Hello viewers, I welcome you to Padre Okoromi channel. I want to thank all of you who have been subscribing so far to my YouTube channel, and I pray that God continuously bless you for the effort you are putting towards spreading this awareness of healthy living. Today I want to talk about how we can deal with bedwetting. Bedwetting, as I said, bedwetting. Now, what is bedwetting? It's a situation or it's a condition in which urine is being passed out on the body. For instance, when there is the call for to go and urinate, the normal process is to go to a convenient place and do it. But in a situation whereby you are unable to consciously go to certain place to do it, then you, in the children's language, they call it you wee-wee in your body. And the situation in which you wee-wee on your body, especially during sleep, that is called bedwetting. It is natural for certain age, and when it gets to certain age, it becomes unnatural. So at what age can we say that bedwetting is natural? When the child is still toddling, the stage in which the child is still trying to walk, the child is not conscious of what it means to stand up, to go to a convenient place to pass out the urine. Let's say between the age of 1 down to the age of, say, 5, 6, even extending to 7. This situation is common, and you can really see this situation really working out. But in a situation whereby at the age of, say, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, it becomes abnormal. And at this stage, especially at the teenage age, the teen age, from 14 upward, let's look at it from that perspective. 14, 13, 14, 15, 16. If urinating on the body while sleeping, it becomes a source of concern. And if it becomes a source of concern, sometimes there are some attributes that people attribute to it, especially in this part of the world, in this part of Africa, especially in Nigeria here. When a situation is like this, the first thing that people consider, or the first thing that comes to people's mind is, oh, this is a spiritual attack, or this is a spiritual problem. But sometimes it is not usually the situation, and it is not usually the case, because there are causes of bedwetting which scientifically can be proven, or which scientifically or biologically there are explanations as to the reason why this happened. But for those who are passing through this, they should not worry themselves too much, because we got therapy to help you out. We got therapy that is going to help you to sort out some of these issues. We got therapy that will help you to control some of this situation. Now, first of all, before we go into this therapy, one thing I want us to know is that at the end of this broadcast, if this therapy I am going to explain is not going to work for you, it doesn't mean that the answer is going to be just immediate. Sometimes the therapy takes weeks, it takes months before it finally comes to answer. Thank you, and stay tuned. If today is your first time on my channel, do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Adriel Koromi channel. God bless you. Welcome back. Now, what are the causes of bedwetting, as the case may be? What usually, why do people have to face situation in which when they are sleeping, especially adulthood, 14, 15, 16, at this age, that we should see people bedwetting? First of all, one of the causes of bedwetting is small bladder. Now, when we talk about small bladder, the small bladder is, when you have a small bladder, it means you are unable to absorb much urine. That is a situation that calls for bedwetting. When you have small bladder, it means that because of you have a small bladder, it discharges urine frequently. It discharges urine frequently because the bladder is not big. Because when you have big bladder, it can be able to absorb more and more. And because of that is the case, you don't have a big bladder. There is sac that absorbs the water, the water waste of the body. Because you don't have that is very big. It is a biological makeup for some persons. But it doesn't mean that because it's a biological makeup for some persons, it cannot be regulated. So when we get to the way of the remedy to apply, we are going to know how to go about for such people who have small bladder. Now, as I said, it is the sac where the urine is stored in the body. If the bladder is not large enough to absorb much urine or liquid, the person is likely to be passing out urine frequently or unconsciously, especially while sleeping. So it's a situation that is biological for some persons. So, but it doesn't mean that there can't be answers, there can't be a way out to such problems. Now, if that is the case, now, for those who are experiencing this health condition, what should they do? Like I said earlier, the therapy, the remedy, takes some time. It takes months sometimes, and sometimes it takes weeks. So don't be in a rush to get answer. These things can be resolved when you follow them the way I'm going to explain it. But if after a very long time it is not working, so we can say it is now a situation that requires constant prayer. Anyway, there is no health situation that doesn't require prayers, because even the plants that we apply to each illness or sicknesses, there is need for us to apply. There is need for us to apply what is called, there's need for us to pray. Prayer is very, very fundamental. We should pray, but even as we pray, we must not forget also to do the needful. Now, the therapy, let us go to the remedy that can help us to sort out some of this situation, because these are things that occasionally occurs in life. People come to meet you and tell you, oh, somebody is bedwetting at the age of 19, at the age of 20, at the age of 18, somebody is bedwetting. Now, what is really the cause why somebody in such age should be bedwetting? So, first and foremost, one of the remedy is the reduction of liquid food. Yes, you must reduce your intake of liquid food. Very, very important. And reducing the intake of liquid food is not just that throughout the day you're not going to eat something that contains liquid. Let's say you have to make your liquid intake, let's say from 6 p.m. Let your liquid intake, let it be minimal. from 6 p.m. in the evening, let your liquid intake, let it be minimal, because when it is minimal, you can be able to control when you are going to the urine that is going to come out of your body while you are sleeping. Also too, reducing your liquid intake also should also mean that foods, drinks like carbonated and caffeinated drink like Coke, Fanta 7 or Pepsi, these also are liquids. You should also reduce the intake of some of this liquid, especially when it is coming towards the evening time, towards the time that you go to bed. You reduce the intake of some of these liquids. It's very fundamental that you reduce the intake of this liquid. Carbonated drinks, caffeinated drink also, you should reduce the intake. And also too, another remedy to help out is what I call keeping a storage alarm system around you. And what does the alarm system does? It wakes you, especially at night when you have to go to bed. You set up the alarm that will wake you up almost about at every hour when you're sleeping. Every hour, the alarm clock should wake you up. And when the alarm clock wakes you up, it helps you to reduce the idea of deep sleep, because sometimes when these things happen in the sleep, it's as if you are in an unconscious state, or it appears sometimes that you are in a conscious state, although you are unconscious, because at that point of sleeping, it is a state of unconsciousness. So when you are sleeping, because the way this thing happens is as if you'll be aware that you are urinating while you are sleeping, but in the real world, you are just doing it in your body. This situation can be very, very disgraceful, especially when it's happening to somebody that is of age, maybe the age I've just mentioned. It can really be disheartening. Also too, we have the leaves also that can also help us to curtail some of this. And when I talk about the leaf, I am talking about the corn silk. The corn silk tea. The last explanation I did the last time, which I explained the health benefits of the corn silk. And in explaining the health benefits of corn silk, I got to the position in which I told us that for one of the health benefit of corn silk is that it helps in resolving the cases of bedwetting. And reducing the cases of bedwetting, it means you have to take it the way it has been. I have explained it. So to get that explanation very well, go to my previous video on the health benefit of the corn silk tea. How you are to use the corn silk tea to help in resolving the issues that are underlining with bedwetting. Also too, another thing that also helps when it comes to bedwetting is that the use of honey also helps. The use of honey also helps in resolving the situation of bedwetting. So how do you go about taking honey to resolve the situation of bedwetting? First of all, you take 2 teaspoons of honey when going to bed. 2 teaspoons of honey before going to bed. It has a way of helping to control the bedwetting that you may experience. So before you go to bed, also take 2 teaspoons. It controls bedwetting, especially honey. Take 2 teaspoons. It goes a long way. So that's how we are going to go for today on bedwetting. I know this health condition or health situation can be very killing, and it can really put somebody in a state in which you'll be ashamed of yourself. So apply this remedy, and then give it a touch of the therapy. Give it a touch of 6 months. Try it over and over again, and if nothing positive happens, don't forget also to also pray. If it is a spiritual thing, then the prayer will solve the spiritual aspect. But if it is a physical or a biological makeup, this other aspect will helping resolving it. And if you have further question on how to go about this therapy, do not forget to drop it on the comment section. And if you have enjoyed this broadcast, do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Padro Kuromi channel. God bless you.